Halloween Kills takes place minutes after the events of Halloween 2018, with Michael Myers surviving an attack and looking to continue his reign of terror. So I was really excited for this film. The filmmaking that went into creating the 2018 reboot caught me off guard by how good it was. David Gordon Green shows yet again here that he is a competent filmmaker. The opening sequence sets up the eerie tone one would expect from a Halloween film. Some of the footage requires actors and de-aging techniques to kind of act as characters from the OG Halloween from 1978. I thought this was effective, not only because it sets the tone, but because it provides a decent opening to the characters we will be following in this film. And it does so in a way that will allow people who haven't seen the original to follow along. The main reason people watch these movies is obviously for Michael Myers, and you'll be glad to know you get a lot of him here in this movie. In fact, you probably get him at his most unhinged, and that does make for some pretty cool moments. However, my favorite aspect of this film is the score, once again helmed by John Carpenter and the sound design team. The piercing piano, or emphasis on certain movements during quiet scenes, helps the film hold on to this tense atmosphere. And this is important because the film otherwise struggles to stick to a specific tone. I feel the first Halloween had moments that were funny, but they were placed in areas that made sense. Here it just feels like they're all over the place, and some funny moments are just randomly placed in moments where they don't need to be. The film feels really serious, but I found myself laughing at shit that probably wasn't intended to be humorous. I think this is due largely to a pretty weak script, and this is disappointing to me because David Gordon Green and Danny McBride did such a good job with the last one. It was concise, simple, and effective. Here, it feels lazy in almost every way you can think of. The story never gets its footing, but the writing of the characters is probably the most noticeable area in which the film struggles. Much of the film focuses on this idea of mob mentality and how destructive it can be, so I'll be less harsh than some critics because I guess they're supposed to be out of their damn mind in this movie, but my god, these characters are fucking dumb. They seek out to hurt Michael Myers but never develop a plan or anything similar to one. In the face of danger, they always manage to choose the dumbest possible decision, and I can't get as deep as I want to because of spoilers, but there is one character in particular the film spends a lot of time on, as he's the one leading the search and assault mission on Michael Myers. Now, I know you can't see me, but I'm putting air quotes on assault, because ultimately this dude is fucking useless and doesn't harm a damn thing. The only thing he's successful at is getting people to say evil dies tonight before they're fucking mercilessly murdered. Seriously, I need someone to count how many times the phrase dies tonight is uttered in this movie. My brothers and I, who I saw this with, estimate it's gotta be somewhere in the 100s. Most of the characters act only as someone Mike can add to his body count, and while there are a lot of kills, the film does a decent job of limiting what we actually see, either through choppy editing or pulling away from the shot. This is disappointing because when slashers fall apart story-wise, the kills are at least one thing you can depend on, and I felt like they were simply mediocre here at best. Ultimately, I was really disappointed with this. Outside of a few tense moments, you can tell it was a film that only exists just to get to the sequel. The story was lazy, the dialogue and characters were dumb, and the kills, while many, felt pretty underwhelming. I imagine if you have Peacock and can watch this for relatively cheap, that's cool, but I wouldn't waste the money and a trip to the theater here. I'm really hoping Halloween Ends is a lot better than this one was. I'm giving Halloween Kills a 4.5 out of 10. So I know my opinion here might be the minority because I'm sure there are people out there who actually enjoyed this film. However, I did not. I just have to be honest here. This was not a good one. It's not what I was expecting, and I am kind of disappointed. Anyways, I would still like to know what you guys thought. Was there something that I was missing, or a moment in this film that you enjoyed more than perhaps I did? If so, let me know in the comments below. And leave your boy a like and subscribe, and that'll help me out a great deal. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Stay safe out there.